You can easily see that we are currently living in dark times, ladies and gentlemen, when family values, basic family values, are being attacked by the establishment and the liberal elite because they are outdated. Now, when it comes to the political system, the political class, there are only a few handful of people who are traditional, they are conservative, they believe in family values, they believe in respect, they believe in the flag and borders. Unfortunately, not the rest of them. But even when you have a few people like Jacob Rees-Mogg, they get attacked. How? Well, Jacob Rees-Mogg came out to say, we have to, as a country and as a society, because of our culture, we must promote family values. People should get married, should have children, shouldn't have divorces randomly. And that way, it's also good for the economy because we don't have to rely on economic migration, mass migration. But when he said that, media outlets had a massive meltdown, from the Telegraph to all these new social media news websites and Twitter accounts. For example, Politics UK on Twitter, which is supposed to be allegedly impartial, and they're just supposed to be reporting the news. They said, well, the father of six, Jacob Rees-Mogg, has said that the UK pension age will have to rise as Brits are not having enough kids. Something which he and Boris Johnson led by example. But, okay, so it's implying, saying, well, Jacob Rees-Mogg is basically can't stop having kids, and we have to listen to him on these issues. Yes, exactly. He says we have to have more kids because he's having more kids. He's not being a hypocrite. He's actually doing. He's not just preaching. He's acting on it. And the whole discussion about the pension age is not supposed to be just about the pension age limit or where the border is. It's supposed to be a pension reforms, because we have to have a society that is sustainable economically. We have obviously a lot of elderly right now, and the young people are not working or they're just running away. And so the issue is that we can't really fund the pension system properly. But there's also what we have is the political people that we have. They are also stealing from young people, those who actually want to work hard, by overtaxing them and not allowing them to own houses. So the young people are being destroyed, the elderly are being destroyed, and no one has a proper solution. The best way you can do it is bring back British values, family values, to make sure, bring back hard work and unity and community spirit. And that way you can actually find a way to reform the pension system, to also help with social care and everything else, to make sure that the elderly and the pensioners are protected, are taken care of, but not at the expense of the young people. And that's the biggest issue, because we have to rely on economic migrants way too much. We are now addicted to migration, and that is unhealthy. When Rees-Mogg said this, we had, for example, this money reporter from the Telegraph, the so-called right-wing Telegraph, Tom Haynes, whose Twitter account says is a money reporter from Telegraph, and he's got the rainbow and white flag emoji saying his pronouns are he and him. So you can already see he's a bit of a wokey. So of course he doesn't like Jacob Rees-Mogg. He doesn't like that Rees-Mogg has had children. He thinks if he writes his headline that I'm going to show you is basically a gotcha thing. I caught him out. Really? You're just confirming what Jacob Rees-Mogg wants you to do. So Jacob Rees-Mogg has a big family, a lot of kids, lovely wife, and they are very protective of each other. They have good values, hard work, good education, which, again, we should have a system and a country that could be as an opportunity for everybody. And that's what Rees-Mogg wants. But Tom Haynes says, Britain is not having enough children, says father of six kids, Jacob Rees-Mogg. I'm not really sure what the attempt was here, because I think Tom was trying to basically do a gotcha thing, as I said, but it doesn't really work because it backfired on him. You basically said, the man who's doing this wants you to do this. If you had said the man who's doing something else wants you to do something else, that would make sense. But he's basically saying, yeah, I've had a lot of kids, I have a good family, you should too. Tom thought he's been a hypocrite. No, he's not. It's the exact opposite of being a hypocrite. And you should do it too, Tom. Stop being obsessed with pronouns and rainbow and white flag emojis or whatever that is, and try to be a normal human. Maybe we should go back to basics. Basic British values, family values, and community spirits. These are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.